Welcome in the Pastime Picks Podcast. I am Keith, Vintage Sport Flips.
I'm Andy, the King of Pennants.
So, guys, we're solo again this week after we had the Significant Others last week, which was an interesting episode. Fun time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People seem to like it, right? I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. People chat seemed to like it, and it would saw us in our natural environment. Does that make sense at all? Maybe it doesn't.
Not really,
but doesn't make sense at all.
Yeah.
But Andy, on that note, we'll get right into the scoring of last week. Let me.
Yeah, I think I saw that you ended up.
Well, the Queen of Pennants took the overall lead.
Yeah.
Queen of Pennants at 30%.
All right.
Then
it remains in the house then.
That's not how it works.
And honestly, I think if you combine them both, which is really what you should do, I think I win, right? 39. No.
No. That's a good way to do it, though. We'll have to ask the chat how we do this. But then me and Mrs. Flips tied at 26%. King of Pennants a distant last place at 19%.
I got hosed. I was killing it at the beginning, but then, yeah, I don't know what happened.
So what's up, Brandon? We got Brandon in the house. Mark Hoyle, Orlando Collector's Dream. Welcome in, Orlando.
Hello, everybody.
So, guys, let us know how we should classify that. Do we add the teams together, me and Mrs. Flips and Andy and the Queen of Pennants, or do we just the second place out of us two get the win? Right.
Well, it's what 49% to 52-ish. So yeah, you win either way. So it's
I know. I was trying to trick you there.
Yeah.
So I think that is the answer. I win either way.
Yeah. Okay. So happy.
All right, let me pull this up instead. So let me change real time change the score, Andy.
Okay.
So it really sinks in for you.
Add together. Yeah, I kind of agree, Brandon. I think we could do team stuff next time. Even we could even do
It's not bad. It's not bad. All right, so that's what we have.
Strategize with the significant other to see how we want to shake things out.
Yeah. So that's it. So we victorious again over here on my side, but it was a fun draft. We're all winners coming out of a fun time like that, right?
Correct.
Andy? Except Andy. So
I'll tell you who is a winner. These guys right here, baby.
Good game. Not a winner this week, though. Not going to be a winner this week.
They will not be a winner this week because it's impossible.
Yeah. So, but I think it's a great round of NFC playoff games. The NFC, I think, is going to have a lot of tight games compared to the AFC. I expect a lot of routes in the AFC.
Yeah.
So, I mean.
Yeah, I think there's 3 solid teams in the AFC, and I think those 3 teams are probably. I mean, I think there's only really 2 games, obviously, but that would be routes of those 2-3 seed. But
yeah.
On the NFC side, I think it's honestly wide open.
I agree. Yeah.
I mean, not to say anything, but I don't think the Eagles have an easy game either. I don't think
there's no easy games in the first round. I mean, that's what I wanted. I will say that's why I wanted the Packers.
Yeah.
I told you that before.
Yep.
But none of the games are easy. They're all pretty tight lines, and that would have been the case anywhere. Any matchups in the NFC, it would have been pretty tight this week as far as betting line and. I mean, I don't know who I would say. I'll be surprised if they don't win that game, but because the Packers are unpredictable, they're sputtering right now. But we shall see.
Yeah, part of it is injuries and stuff like that, like who's playing and all that stuff. I'm assuming Hurts is, I guess, still kind of.
No, he's a full go.
Oh, he's good. Okay.
He was a full go at practice today.
So
they were slow. They were slow playing that because he wasn't going to be. They weren't practicing anyway, so they didn't have to classify him as. As a practice participant because they weren't practicing. So
very cool. Okay.
What's up, Shane? Soda City Flips. Soda City was over in the Dibdit show that I just did tonight. Successful show. So definitely, guys, check out dibdit.com. It's like a cooler whatnot, I'll say, right? Cooler whatnot.
Okay.
For the cool peeps. I mean, I still like whatnot. I've been grinding over on whatnot too. I mean, I feel like I'm doing a stream a day the past week. Here we go. Hey. Dan. I saw Dan in Demand on Whatnot yesterday in like a social get together over there with Andy Someta.
Woohoo!
Yeah, I haven't heard the woohoo in a little while. We gotta get the woohoo going.
I know. Yeah. So anyway, good. I think it'll be fun. I'm super excited. I think this playoff weekend is going to be pretty crazy. I mean, even if everything shakes out normally, I do think their games are going to be pretty close. I can 100% see the Commanders winning. I don't think that's an unwinnable game for them. I guess it's the Rams Vikings game. Who knows? That's a crapshoot, I think, too. Honestly,
Yeah.
I don't know who's showing up for that game, but
Dan, I'm still on divot right now, Dan, to be honest. So I got full attention here, but I got 1% off of the right. I just bought a graded Mike Trout card a minute ago.
So why did you do that? Just randomly?
Yeah, you gotta restock the inventory wherever it's coming from.
I see.
So, all right. So yeah. So it'll be a fun weekend of football, and it'll be interesting. I know the only thing I know going in next week, we don't have to worry about facing each other next week. An impossibility.
Yeah. There's the hatred won't happen until potentially the division round, I guess, or the NFC Championship, really.
Championship
right?
game. Yeah, we can't match up before that.
So yeah, that we'll see what happens there, but
yeah.
So tonight's tonight's draft. Wow, it's a little careful. Don't give me that face.
That's usually my job over here.
Tonight's draft's an interesting one. It's our most famous, I guess, ancient people.
Not most famous.
Okay.
Our favorite.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. Oh, but yes. Okay. Favorite. There could be the problem with saying favorite though is like, some of these guys weren't the best people all the time.
Oh, I agree.
So.
I have some people who are not positive characters, but they're not drafting for any kind of specific.
Yeah,
deal.
We're not building
the most
a team
famous, the most influential. It's just
I got right.
People we thought are interesting or whatever our reason for it is.
And we're not drafting to fill a team of like, I want.
Yeah, that'd be interesting, but that didn't go well with the mascots.
Yeah,
and he didn't really get the concept of that.
Oh, I got the concept.
I don't think you did. But anyway, I digress.
We're on the same
page. we also changed it up from the thumbnail a little bit. We're not doing ancient history. We're doing pre-American, pre-Columbian history. So pre-Columbus sailed the Ocean Blue 1492. We're doing anything pre-discovery of America.
Exactly. Like I would say, I don't think Columbus has gotten quite the. It was funny because I was just talking with Betsy, and she was like, "So what do you mean by like pre-America?" I was, like Columbus, pre-Columbus type of stuff, and she's like, started singing a song that I had never heard about, like discovering America, right?
The one I just sang, or a different song?
Well, hers was like, it was like a different tune. Like it was almost like, have you ever heard like the new alphabet songs and stuff? How they're different?
No.
Like ours is A B C D E. Like there's now that's like A B C D E F. Like there's some weird, alphabet songs. But she had sung something different than mine. So like it's
get her on here. Get her on here to sing that. I need to hear it.
No. But I always remember like Columbus sailed the ocean blue in 1492, something like that.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah.
She wasn't. She had a different one. It was a different. I guess it was a different Columbus song. So who knows? Anyway,
Columbus is a figure that has lost a lot of popularity in the modern.
He's lost his luster. He's How do we? I don't know if he's quite. I don't think Tiger Woods has had the fall. I mean, that Columbus.
There she is. She's typing the song right now.
Yeah, like I don't remember that part.
No, I never heard of that. Never heard that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, right? It was different.
I remember during the pandemic, one of the weirdest scenes that you could recall. If you would have predicted this 10 years earlier, but in South Philadelphia, there was a group of people. There was a statue of Columbus in South Philly, and there was a group of people guarding the statue, all wearing masks, like COVID masks, and a group of people attacking those people to try to tear down the statue. Could you have predicted that like 10 years earlier? Like people in masks were in a pandemic trying to take down a statue and other people trying to protect the statue?
No.
It's such a bizarre time of in American history there.
Absolutely. To Brandon's point, Columbus was not a
I'm not saying what side I'm that argument on. Just a bizarre painting you could paint, picture you could paint, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Rushmore shows in the house. Welcome in, Rushmore.
Hey. Welcome.
So there we have it. So we're going to do our favorite pre-Columbian people of history.
There's plenty of people after too, obviously. So I think we could probably do another set around, or we could even do like we've done favorite Americans, right?
We did favorite Americans. So,
but I think we could open that up a little bit too.
Yeah, we could do it again differently. I know I got a lot of flack in that draft for taking the whole plane who saved the 9/11 plane.
Flight 91.
I got a lot of flack for that pick because it wasn't one person, but they were all heroes to me. Anyway.
Oh, don't even start that. Like you're sort of, they're all understandable, okay? But that's not what we picked. I'm not picking the great World War II veterans. I'm not picking that's not how you do it.
We haven't, Dan, purposely, because I thought that might be somewhat divisive. But maybe we pick favorite something presidents, take modern presidents out of the picture, right? We could do that. Yeah. That'd be because I could say not a lot of people know the political party of any presidents before Kennedy.
Then all the parties at this, have changed so much.
We're not anti-Whig party or anything like that, right? So
I am very anti-Whig, but you might be pro-Whig at some point. Who knows?
At some point, not quite. All right, so let's without further ado, let's figure out who's picking the favorite.
Let's get it spinning. Is that? Do you say that?
No. Let's
get it a popping. Still?
Let's get it a popping.
Oh, that's good. Good question, Mookie. He almost, I think, falls under our 1492. If he was born a few years earlier, Dick Van Dyke.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, did you ever Coldplay or the lead singer of Coldplay did a song about Dick Van Dyke, and he's 100 and some years old now, and he's dancing in the song and stuff. He's really, really well, with it for being 100 years old.
Pretty good. Yeah, I didn't know he was over 100 years old, but it makes sense. Nor did I know he was alive. So I'm learning a lot here.
There you go. You're welcome.
All right. Yeah, I wasn't saying thank you, but thank you nonetheless.
That's fine. Still, you're welcome.
Okay.
Thank you.
What did I just do here? Yeah, very thank you. All right, let's get this spinning. Can you see this? Because I screwed that tab up.
I can.
Okay, let's get it spinning here.
Can you see it?
I can see it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was going to say something that you couldn't be then.
Big goofy grin. Andy gets the win on that one. So.
All right. Okay. There's a couple ways we can go on this, I think. Davy Crockett's, I think, a little.
No, that's post Columbian.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. I know it's a little tough because I kept thinking about it. It's I think of all these people, as being very old. But then when I look at him, gee, this guy was around during Columbus time. I didn't realize that. There's a couple hundred years from the time it was, America was discovered until it became America's too. So.
Yeah, for sure.
I think there's a couple ways you can go on this route. I'm going to go with, I think, really when you think of people and you think of the best people, you got to have a good name, right? You got to have a good nickname. This guy's got the best nickname. He's the best around. It's Alexander the Great. Right. One of the greatest sort of conquerors. And also what made him very interesting and very successful was he's relatively nonviolent. So he wouldn't conquer an area and just completely take it over and force his beliefs and all that stuff upon them. He would conquer these places and then sort of facilitate their lives the way they were, just under new management, sort of so he'd let more integration and less sort of full.
I'm sure I probably wouldn't say nonviolent, right? But it wasn't like it was burning.
Well, he wasn't. Some of these guys
pillaging,
conquer
pillaging.
The place. And
yeah.
So he loves those historic drafts. Yeah, I think they're kind of fun, actually. I think it's for no other reason that just it's totally random on how we're picking. Who's your favorite? Okay, Alexander the Great. Okay, so go. You're up next.
That's a good pick. All right.
Thank you.
This is tough. I'm actually going to pick a guy who I was sort of compared to the other night on Whatnot. And I'll say I rated someone after I rated Camo Slim, a clothing seller over on Whatnot, after I did my Monday night card show.
Hey, Christopher. Thanks for making it.
What's up, Chris Nutter? And so I've rated Camo Slim, and he bought some pennants from me in the past, bought a bunch of pennants. And he was shouting me out on his Whatnot. And Rod Picking and Punching's dad said, who's Papa Punching over on Whatnot, who's a great guy, said, "Hey, you should check out Vintage Sport Flips. He's got thousands of pennants." And Camo Slim's like, "I know he's got thousands of pennants. I know he's awesome." It's like coming here and telling me, "Do you ever hear of Jesus Christ?" So he was comparing me to Jesus Christ a little bit. I'm not a super religious person, but you got to put JC on the list. Number one overall pick for me.
It's a chalk pick.
The influence he's had on for over 2,000 years.
It was a 1-2. Like, yeah, I get you. I get you. Alexander, again, whoever you want to go with. This is not. We don't really have.
No, we're not going to be rivaling each other. Yeah, there's not going to be a whole lot of overlap here. But
yeah,
for the sake of influence. I mean, there's people who advance different scientific progresses or map whatever reason people changed the world, but he definitely had a significant amount of influence.
So I'm not going to say it's a totally divisive pick. I don't think it is. I think it's a legitimate pick regardless. I think some you may lose votes if they're like not on my list. BD one. Oh yeah. Sorry.
I'm not again. Shane, I'm not a very religious person either, but I'm just picking from an influential standpoint and nonviolent. And he was, whether it cured people of like diseases or not.
Mookie's knocking him out of the park today. I can tell. He did.
There we go. Comeback. Exactly. Who doesn't love a great comeback?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No, that's good. What's her name had a comeback story, right? Wasn't that? Never mind. I can't remember who it was now. But JC's good. He's he's got a lot of. So I think the one thing we have to do is you don't get like his super, like you don't. I mean,
I'm taking the person. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah. I agree with you.
You do not get. Yeah. You don't get like water to wine. You can't walk on water.
Well, I don't know. Like I get that. I think I don't get like. I don't get the Holy Spirit, the whole Trinity thing. I don't get that.
You definitely don't get the Trinity. I don't think you get. I think you only get like the actual human, right? You can't.
Yeah, but he might. Who knows if he did those things or not? I'm not. We don't know.
Well, I think we can't say that. That's not fair. Fine. Then Alexander the Great probably was, did other stuff too.
All these ideas are in the minds of the voters, right? We don't have to. Put statues on here. We can.
Yeah, we don't have to. You decide for sure. All right.
All right. Let's. That said, let's get to our first segment here.
Sale of the week.
By the way, that was a great line by Camo Slim, though. He kept going on and on how I was like, he already knew about me. They call me Jesus.
Okay.
Touching. I wish I could record it, but the stream was gone.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. People are starting to think that you get. That's a 3-for-1 pick, which I may have to take up your first 3 slots.
No, all right. So in this segment, we show each other our sales of the week. We guess each other's selling prices. We want to get within 10% to win. We want the third item overall, my second item. The chat guess along for the chance to get in on the giveaway of a pair of vintage card packs. You can choose sport or non-sport. We can rip them if you want. We don't have to. And you get out on the horse race. Andy's beautifully crafted horse race demonstration on his.
Finally, you have respected the amount of effort I put into this. Yeah. There's some on my list that I've already seen. So,
I mean, just the thumbnail of Cleopatra might have ruined Cleopatra. Did you see that Cleopatra on the thumbnail, Andy?
Yeah, thanks for that again, as always.
And Christopher Nutter, we didn't decide. Well, decide to take the tie. I don't mind the tie.
To be honest, I don't think Mrs. Flips cared that much. She was like probably never wanted to speak of it again. Although I think we have locked them down for another round. I know the Queen of Pennants probably wants to defend her title. So
yeah. I wouldn't say I've locked Mrs. Flips down yet, but I'll keep working on it.
You. Each time we bring her on, you're gonna have to do something like that you like to do less. So grocery store was the first time. I don't know what's next on your list of hated things to do. Maybe you have to do your own laundry for a week. I'll negotiate with Mrs. Flips for you.
Not doing that. Not doing that. But I will. I'm going to leave the Christmas decorations up outside as long as I can, and then I'll take them in as part of the deal.
Oh, I see. Thank you. Thank you, Soda. Thank you, Soda. Shane, that I of course, I respect his opinion incredibly. So it's a valuable. Okay, clicked off. All right, what do you got for us?
All right.
I got something a little special this week, by the way. Not to toot my own horn, but
okay. So here we have a vintage trophy. It's a basketball player trophy. It's a woman basketball player trophy. It's somewhat less common than your standard male trophies. Definitely less common. What are you chuckling at over there? Oh, about the horse thing? Let's see it.
Yeah. Anytime I see anything related to the horses, it just makes me chuckle that I'm doing this stupid thing with the horses. I thought it was a good idea. Now like you said, I thought people were gonna have multiple winners.
Eventually we will.
Yeah, at some point. I guess it's bound to happen, but okay. So
this
is 38 and 40. Okay, so
1938 and 40. This is actually from your family's neck of the woods. This is up from I think the Yoopers area up in Michigan.
Yeah. Okay, Upper Peninsula.
I bought a ton of trophies that there was a school that closed, and the people were cleaning out the school and found my website, reached out to me, and I bought like 30 trophies from them that were in this school for decades.
Wow.
This was one of them. Yeah.
That's crazy that they would have contacted you from that far.
Yeah, well, if you search like antique trophy or melon football, like my site pops up first. So again, I still get a lot of emails from that.
Jeez.
Even though I don't really use the website anymore. Nigerian codes in at $92.
Kind of use that just as a procurement site, right?
Yeah. Absolutely. I haven't updated it in a long time as far as trying to sell on there. $68.99 for Mark Hoyle. Brandon Patterson's in at $39.99. Christopher Nutter's in at $65. That'd be cool. I've never been to the Derby. Is that in May? May? Is it, what time of year is that?
I don't know. I did start with the Belmont Stakes, right? Starts or something, and then Kentucky Derby and the Preakness. Is that? I've been to the Preakness before, and that is at least it was an absolute like shit show in the middle of the. It was just, I mean, before like concerts and stuff. Maybe not before concerts, but like this was the most like insane kind of crazy party. This is like where the original running on the porta potties happens. Like people were, it's just people start drinking at like 7 a.m.
Yeah.
And they are blasted before the race ever happens. I'm surprised nobody gets hit by a horse. Although I think they've toned it back some.
We got Christopher Nutter's in at $65. Shane's in at $69.99. Dan's in at $74.99. The Rushmore show's in at $100. Mookie's in at $58.99, and it's first week of May.
Okay.
So but that's usually when I'm up in Brimfield. It might be the second week of May, so I'll have to check the calendar. I'm down to a Kentucky trip.
I have to say I'm not sure that's birthday time, but I've never been.
I got to celebrate your birthday at the Kentucky Derby.
Oh, yikes! Yeah, that sounds dangerous. Old fashions and mint juleps. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think for the Preakness, just drinking like Miller Lite and stuff like that. And I was pretty young at that point, but I feel like I could drink all day Miller Lights, but I think I would be on the floor with a few mint juleps and old fashions in me.
I'm sure.
Okay, I'm going to say it's, I'm in the same vein. I don't think it's super expensive. I'm going to go with $49.99 is my guess on this one.
Okay.
Also, Mrs. Flips wants to know what she won, so I don't know if
Mrs. Flips is in the comments?
Sorry, not Mrs. Flips. Queen of Pennants.
Oh.
I hate to break it to her that she did not win.
A heartfelt congratulations, and she can get one of those horses.
Yeah. Okay.
The unclaimed horse. She gets an unclaimed horse.
Yeah, that's right. You know how many unclaimed horses there are in our basement? Hundreds.
Yeah.
There's a stable.
Choose one.
There's a stable down there.
All right.
I mean, look at this guy. This is bizarre stuff. Almost looks like a Rock'em Sock'em robot. And Timber, he is cold packed by Tony Moscow.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
There we go. Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. Mainly because it's a a woman trophy. They're just less common.
A
than
woman
men.
trophy. It's a weird way you said it.
Well, women's, yeah, but this trophy company, Weidlich Brothers, is a company up in Connecticut.
Okay.
Makes very detailed figural trophies. Definitely something to be on the lookout for. WB, not Warner Brothers, but you look for the WB on back.
Interesting. Okay.
Sing like that frog. Can you do the frog song?
What does he do?
WB. I can't sing it.
Okay. Caitlin Clark effect. Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
There's a lot more interest, definitely. All right. You ready? Let's show
Born
you
ready
something
over here.
This time we are not displaying a pennant. Is that amazing?
It is amazing.
Why can I not? Oh wait, are you on the screen still, or? I'm sharing something.
Oh, yeah. Just share another tab. You just gotta click on the item and then share this tab instead. Well, you took it off.
I got it. All right, here we go. This is a what is it? I can't remember what year it is actually.
Looks like 60s. Mike McCormick. I know you told me about this was a relative or something.
Yes.
Did I ruin your story?
You did already. Managed to do that. Mike McCormick was I guess he's a pretty good baseball player. I don't know if he wasn't a Hall of Famer, I don't think, but good player. And his daughter reached out to me and said, "Hey, daughter of Mike McCormick," and asked me about this glove, and then also asked me, I guess, about there's another left-handed pitcher's mitt, I think, that has Mike McCormick's name on it as well.
I think he's a Cy Young winner, but not. So he must be an All-Star if he's a Cy Young winner. But I don't think he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah. But yeah, he's I guess he passed away in 2020 or something like that. But she's trying to get 2 gloves because she has 2 kids and she wants to get the gloves of her her father and their grandfather. So kind of cool.
That's cool. I assume you're reaching out to her if she has any memorabilia for sale. That's probably
Mike
not.
McCormick stuff.
If she's trying to procure items. I mean, yeah,
exactly. No, I haven't done that yet. I told her you'd be on the lookout though, because you are the king of random crap. So.
KORC.
Exactly.
So we have some guesses over here. Shane's in at 56.78.
It's not a signed glove. It's just a player glove. It's
player
like
model.
a player, not etched. It's like
facsimile signature.
Yeah.
It's Gary and Code at 115. Mookie's in at 250. Brand's in 175. Mark 67 Cy Young winner. 149.99. 124.99 from Dan. 125 from Rushmore.
He's amended that to 110, but
okay. Well, it's not for the giveaway, so he could be at the same number if you wanted to. The next one's a giveaway, and I feel like Dan and Rushmore are pretty close on this. It's not a photo box glove, photo boxes are always the cream of the crop when it comes to baseball gloves. The box is really the key for the glove more than the glove, because the boxes don't really survive a ton. Doesn't look like it's in
I'm
great
not sure
shape.
that was as important to this person per se, but yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, no, in general, yeah. And this glove the box does not look like it's in great shape. It looks like it's got a flap that's loose.
That's off, yeah, I think.
Yeah. I'm gonna go 118. 118 on this.
Shame. Shame. Shame, shame, shame. Shame on you.
No, nice try though. It was close. There we go.
All right. So Brandon Patterson very close on that.
Yeah, Brandon killed it. It was. I had it up for 200. It was just kind of sitting there and shipped it off. Shipped it off today. So there you go. First, one of the few non-pennant sales I have.
Let's see. I feel like you boxed me in, Keith. Price as right style. Price is right style. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Well, you can go over it. Definitely can go over it.
Yeah,
we don't do Price is Right rolls around here.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get to the giveaway item here.
This is a giveaway and more importantly, the horse race.
Hey, let's explain the horse race for any new people, Andy.
Yeah, I should probably get my camera up here too, huh?
Yeah, well, you're getting you focus on the camera. I'll explain it. So what we're doing over 12 weeks. I think this is week 6, right? You have 5 horses over there.
Yeah, 5 horses.
So this is week 6 out of 12 weeks we're running this. So we do a regular giveaway of 2 vintage packs every week. Over the course of 12 weeks, the person who wins the most of those giveaways is going to win a $50 gift card to one of our eBay stores, or you can get $25 to each of our stores if you want. So we're going to cumulative giveaway over 12 weeks. So far, we have 5 winners, so 5 different horses in the horse race, waiting for that one person to take a lead or a 6th person on the race.
Unfortunately, I have no idea whose horse is whose anymore. I have to go back and look, but
I think you had the names taped on.
I did, but then it came off. They weren't taped; it was Post-it notes.
What a low quality demonstration over there.
You think? What gave that away, Keith? The plastic horses I've been using for the past 5 weeks?
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you're going
what do you
got? Get your screen ready?
Yeah. Well, we should probably put up I'll put up the status once we have all the horses, like
all right.
the winners.
All right.
Oh, one of these things. Okay.
Yeah, these things. So we have a leather football helmet.
Who farted in the paddock? Do you know it?
I call this late 30s, early 40s. It's an 8-strap or 8-spoke helmet, just meaning the 8 leather straps going across the top of the helmet. Generally, that's how you would name these helmets. This one does have a Detroit Lions vibe. Not a Lions helmet, probably,
Silver?
but it does have a Lions vibe.
Something?
Yeah. Oh, it's all painted silver. These helmets are generally all painted. So there you have it. So Brandon's in at 125.
Yeah.
This is a giveaway, guess.
Dan knows me too well. I can't help it. When there's plastic horses, I must play with them.
So Brandon's at 125. Rushmore's in at 200. We got Sean in the house. What's up, man?
Hey, Sean, what did we have for dinner tonight? What was the, as the French say, the soup du jour? Soda coming in hot. $3.99.
Yeah.
All right.
Dan's in at $249.79. Mark's in at $155.99. Shane's in at $399.99. Mookie's in at $300. Baked potatoes. I love myself a potato.
Okay, yeah.
I had some potato soup myself. We have Christopher Nutter at $258. And by the way, since we have them both in the chat, this Friday night, 8 o'clock, we're doing a live simulcasted Hops and Hits show on 4 different YouTube channels. This YouTube channel, Rips and Brews, the Real Life Perspective show, and Soda City Rips. So the 4 of us are going to do a beer tasting and card ripping channel. And we do have an invite out to Renee of Storage Wars. Haven't heard back from Renee yet, but who knows? Yeah. Maybe we'll have a celebrity guest. Probably. Yeah,
it's a fun little time. Nothing's too serious. We just kind of hang and kind of look at each other's cards. Sounds weird.
Yeah. Very laid back.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, I don't know. We got quite a few guesses.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anybody else? I would say speak now or hold your horses.
I haven't talked to Rod about it. I'll text him. He has an open invite for Rod, but I'll mention it to him. I talked to him earlier today, but I forgot to mention it.
Cool. All right. I guess you want me to guess now, or you want any more time, or you think we're good?
No, I think you're good. I think we got. It seemed like I saw every name on the guess.
I think we might have we potentially could have some new winners, of course, too. We'll see if Mookie wins. Oh, I don't think Dan. Yeah, Dan. We need to get a win out of you, Dan. So I'm not sure what you would name your horse, but
Dan guessed. Dan has a guess in.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying we need a win out of
Oh, okay. DeGarry and Code. There was a guy with a late guess. DeGarry and Code's in at 333.
Okay. I want to get it 5 seconds, and then I'll use mine.
Yeah.
And go from there.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go very close to it. I'm going to go with I want a 10 or 12-week tie, 12-week tie. I don't know if we have enough viewers at one point to do that, but we'll try. I'm going to go very close to the Darian code. I'm going to go $224.99.
224. That's not that close to the Darian code. You mean 324?
Yeah. Sorry, 324. That's what I meant. Sorry.
You're saying 324.
324. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Should I have said 224?
I'm not saying what you should have said.
Blink twice if I should.
Oh, Richard. Oh, wow. Wow.
All right, let's let Andy know how he did, and then obviously everyone.
Okay. I don't know if that wouldn't have won, right? 20.
It's close. It's
Yeah,
close.
it's very close.
I got to do the
199
calculation.
is that? Let's see.
Rushmore's off by a penny.
Woo! Okay, there you go. Rushmore's in.
Is Rushmore on the horse list yet?
It's not on the horse.
There he goes. We got a 6th horse in the race.
We've got a 6th horse in the race.
Oh man.
Rushmore, what would you like your horse to be called, by the way? Do you want it as a Rushmore? Yeah, that's right. I don't know. Which do you want it as a presidential horse, or do you want to go? Oh, by the way, you got to pick your horse too. I forgot to tell you.
Pull up your extra camera, Andy. Oh, I guess you don't need it yet.
Here's horse number 1, kind of the all white steed. And then we got like another pinto flavored one.
I think it's a Palomino. Is that what you're going for instead of Pinto? Is that a really type of horse, a Pinto?
This one's kind of rear and back though. He looks a little feisty. I don't know.
Oh, there is a Pinto horse. My apologies.
Yeah,
I didn't know any new horses.
I know horses, man. Because as Dan knows, I like to play with them. That's
Yeah.
So whatever horse you want. George the horse and all white. Okay.
There we go. I like it.
That's the last horse can fit. So you guys better start winning multiple things. I'll bring up the camera.
Speaking of George, Rushmore Show's co-host, Girl Dad or Andy, bought a little G-Dub card for me on Whatnot last night, or Monday night. Get my nights confused here.
All right, let me just.
Yeah, and a bean. Pinto's a good bean.
Yeah, it's quality bean.
That was my go-to in Taco Bell back in like when we're hanging in the King of Prussia Mall. You can get like a nice little serving of pinto beans from Taco Bell for like 99 cents.
All right, here you go. They're all lined up. Nobody's taken the lead. Just by virtue of how big the horse in the back was, which I don't know whose that is exactly.
I feel like that's Harry Homestone's horse.
It might be. That might be Pull Up Christopher, I think is his horse name. Mookie's Who Farted is, I don't know which one that is. The one I do know is, this is the Italian Stallion. He's the only one that's held his name on there still.
Andy, I only see 5 horses, but there's 6 winners, right?
No, there's 6 horses.
Oh, okay. All right. The one was hiding. Okay, I see it now.
He's not very good at math, people. So it's
not. That's true. I look like I was the one blended together. I don't see that third horse.
Oh,
okay.
Man,
my apologies.
That's all right.
Man,
that's all right. You
yeah,
can't be
bean burritos, and that's my like. I lived on bean burritos for many years, and the 7-layer burrito is like a hidden gem that's not even on the menu anymore.
It was my nightmare being in the car with him. I just want to let you know. Swear.
Yeah. Thank you. We also used to have we used to struggle remember that day we would struggle in the drive-through line, like putting the order in, because you'd always get me to crack up and I could not place my order.
It is one of my favorite things to do is I used to work at a place that we call people, like kind of, I don't know how to describe it, like you call them listings and stuff. Anyway, not unsolicited calls, but anyway, I would always try to make the person laugh on the other side, so they would like crack up and couldn't. It's not great for business.
Very good employee there.
Yeah, well, that's what I do. All right, Rushmore's in. George is on the list. We got 5 horses, 6 horses.
6 horses. Andy, do you have another one, or is that just?
I don't. No, I think that's just that one.
All right, let's go back to the draft then.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. You on the flip on the wraparound.
Yep, that's what we got. We had Alexander the Great and then JC up in the second pick. All right. I was gonna take this guy first because this guy.
Shane, we'll see you. Definitely see you Friday night.
All right, Shane. Yeah, man. We'll see you Friday night.
What movie are you watching, by the way?
He's watching all the Marvel movies with his wife. They're going like chronologically. So that must be. I'm sure he's still watching them.
Cool.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to go. I was going to take this guy number 1 overall, but I wanted to tell that Whatnot story with my first pick. So that's why I took that. But I'm going to go with a guy who could do everything. I mean, he was an inventor, an artist. I mean, just a man ahead of his time. I'm going Leonardo da Vinci, the Vitruvian Man. He skirted the
He
Columbian
slipped
times.
under the wire.
Yeah, 1400s, but definitely it had a major influence in history.
Sure. Oh yeah. No, he was definitely a jack of all trades.
Yep.
The true Renaissance man, as they say.
Yep, absolutely.
All right. Interesting. Okay. He was on my list. He was up there pretty high. So
Yeah, he's up on my list too. Dan, I'm a Leonardo fan. Has he ever been in a bad movie? I mean, maybe What's Eating Gilbert Grape, but that was a pretty good role for him.
I think it's actually a good movie, wasn't it?
It was pretty good. Yeah.
Okay. I am going.
He did, Sean. Yeah, I think he had drew an early flying machine.
Yep. I am going to go with the kind of the true leader in the way we think about science today. So like the true kind of the what is that face?
Look at he's not happy with my time period.
I know he was born in 1452, so he really just kind of skirted under that too.
We did say when they're born, the birth date had to come before 1492. So that's what we had talked about.
We did talk on offline. I said because I wanted to clarify because you were a little cagey about it, and I was saying, is it the birth? Yeah,
as long as they had a role in the 1400s, it was my key.
Suspicious that movie. I don't disagree with you. Well, you don't have to worry about my guy. So he paved the way for modern scientific thought, is what they say about him. I'm going to go with Aristotle. So classic Greek. There's a lot of Greek thinkers, obviowas, but
not the big Aristotle.
No, not well. I'll take him too. I'll take. What was his nickname in that?
I almost typed Shaquille O'Neal on the list.
Shazam, and he was also what was it, the Blue Chips. Was he? Who was he in Blue Chips?
I can't remember.
I'll take Big Aristotle. Whatever.
Yeah, not bad. It's a good pick. Plus, Andy, if you guys don't know, Andy was a philosophy major.
No, I wasn't.
I'm sorry. Sociology, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Philosophy.
It's even worse.
No, philosophy's worse. There's no job for there's no job for sociology.
Yeah, they're
honestly
equal. They're equal.
But philosophy is even
I could dig that.
Philosophy. That's how you met the girls with the hairy armpits in my school.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know if they even had a philosophy major, but I went to a fashion school. I mean, it was good for science.
That's right. Neon Boudreaux.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. My school I had a good science program, but it was big for fashion. It was a high, it was 70-30 women to men ratio. It did play a role in my choosing that school.
Yeah. Yeah, because you needed all the help you could get, honestly.
Shooting fish in barrels, they say.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm sure your Mrs. Flips appreciates that.
Yeah, she'd be cool with it.
Yeah, Big Country. He was Bryant Reeves, right? Was he? I don't remember him being in that, but I'm sure he was. I know
that's not his name, though, is it? What's his name? Not Bryant Reeves.
Yeah. Big Country you're talking about from.
I know the player you're talking about. They play on Utah Grizzlies.
Yeah, Bryant Reeves, right?
I don't think so. Double check that.
Yeah, of course it is. Question me. Bryant Reeves. Yeah, of course.
Okay. All right. I forgot. Next segment here.
YouTube Spotlight.
All right. So we haven't done this one in a little while, but Andy, get your thing queued up. Don't put it on the screen yet. We're going to spotlight
Do you want to present it? Or
No, just I'll pull it to the screen.
Okay.
So this is a channel that probably everyone all the resellers in the chat know of, but we have some card guys in here, Mookie Chilson. A lot of the guys probably aren't familiar with this podcast, but this is the quintessential reselling podcast, Trash to Cash podcast. This is their channel, and they also run Dibdit.com, what I was selling on earlier today. but they had their podcast on yesterday, and I'll show you why I'm showing this. But it was hysterical. At the end of the podcast, they were doing like a motivational skit where they were like creating AI generated art for like different people who were get to the levels in their Patreon level, and they were acting like Carrie American Arbitrage was the one who made these artwork pieces. And we're gonna play a small scene of this. So Andy, click play on yours.
Lady Arbitrage.
Lady Arbitrage, yes.
And I think it's really interesting what you've done with her logo. I have a lot of thoughts, but I like to give you the chance to kind of dive in.
She's my e-girl, is what I like to think. Like, I always think of Dawn as like a video game chick that I like, because I was a nerd. I was never going to get a chick, and then I got a chick, so she's my e-girl. And like, first off, Dawn loves lamps. She does. I love lamp. Dawn love lamp. We all love lamp. So I thought instead of lady, I just put lamp. I was like, lamp. She'll get it. You guys don't have to get it. We have when you're with somebody, you just understand. She knows what the only people that really need to understand the connection of this image to her is me, her, and that's it. So
She
yeah.
does buy a lot of lamps.
Yeah. And honestly, I don't know how to spell arbitrage at all. I have no clue. So if somebody can tell me how to spell it, it's important.
Oh God, I was dying laughing watching that this morning because it's so true. Like there's like 5 different ones they go over, and Lady Arbitrage is Carrie American Arbitrage's wife, or girlfriend, who I met. I met them both at Cleveland, and but AI can never spell anything. I don't know how that struggles that much with spelling.
That's funny.
But so on that note, Andy, because of that, I decided today at work. I mean, between lulls, I decided to.
This is why.
Have, no, what?
I feel like you're falling into a trap somehow.
So I decided to have AI work on a logo for Andy.
Oh no!
So I got this one, Andy. We got.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
Yeah, this was not terrible.
Yeah, don't hate it.
Not terrible. Other than ping, it gets a lot of ping in there, and you're an Abbey seller.
Yeah.
So you get that one.
I don't hate it.
This one you like the other ones. You like this one.
Oh, like that one. Dig that one.
That was pretty good. Pretty good. But this one, also you have a big ping up in the corner. It just has really trouble with the king.
Yeah.
And it's like
very sad. It's like this lion looks like it's been in the circus for a while. Downtrodden lion.
I will admit, Andy, on that one, one of the cues I put make it a sad lion.
I knew it.
And this one is my favorite one.
Oh, now you made a fat sad lion?
Yeah, I did. Fat sad lion. Fat sad lion. So, and there was one other one. Maybe I didn't put that one up. Maybe I just do those 4.
Oh, well, maybe we'll have to check out some pastime picks for you next week. But
this one's pretty good. You actually use this as your logo. That's pretty good, right?
Yeah, that one's pretty strong. I'm not gonna lie.
I'll send that to you. So
I don't know if I should change my branding too much, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean your eBay logo. Yeah, that's true. You already have a logo, but that's not as cool as that one.
It's pretty strong.
All right, there we have it. So I figured that was a fun way to show some comical Andy logos while we shouted out the Trash to Cash podcast. So definitely check out the Trash to Cash podcast too.
I'll have to incorporate that. I don't mind it.
Yeah, the fat sad one.
I don't like the fat sad lion. That's not very funny. All right, so back at it, right? You want to bring up who's picked so far? Yep.
Here we go. We got it went Alexander the Great, Jesus Christ, Leonardo da Vinci, Aristotle.
Okay. I like my list so far. Okay, I'm going to go there's a couple good ones left. I'm going to go with kind of I'm going back to the Conquerors. They're hard to get away from. They're kind of the big names, obviously, in that time frame. I'm also, this guy's kind of a little different time frame than what I picked so far. Obviously Aristotle very early. So is Alexander the Great. This guy's a little later, but also one of the most dominant conquerors when I think of football. Like, he's like the quarterback that you'd want on your team, and that's Genghis Khan, the one and only. He is a Mongolian warlord that has conquered, which many think is the most territory of any conqueror.
Yeah, it had the biggest empire, and I think don't they say a lot of, like a big percentage of the population has some Genghis Khan DNA in them.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was going to choose him just for his Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure scenes. He was great.
He's one of those guys that certainly is a when people bring up historical people, he's tops on the list. So that's my boy.
Yeah, I would have taken Genghis too. That's a good pick. I'm a big Genghis fan.
You can take his was it son or grand? Kublai was almost as strong as he was, but not quite. Kublai Khan.
No, you can't take Kublai Khan. You gotta.
You gotta take the one and only.
The second best Khan. Yeah.
Needs Socrates. Yeah, I know.
Socrates. Yeah.
He could be still on the list.
This is tough. Tough for me next year.
You would have taken Genghis next?
Yeah, you did steal Genghis from me.
Finally. Not finally, but I like Da Vinci was a tough one. Like, I mean, obviously I think you had to go that. And you had back to back, so
yeah.
Actually, Napoleon doesn't work for us, I don't think.
Yeah, time frame is not right. Yeah, he's outside the time frame.
He's outside. He was on my list, but then I had to do a little backtracking and make sure. I was like, all these people I thought were like, oh yeah, he's definitely in the 1500s. It's like, nope, he's not.
I'm so torn here. I got like 3 in my mind that let's see.
2 in a row, so you can just
Yeah. But I just want to make sure I get to pick who I want to pick in the draft in general.
Sure.
All right. I'm going to go here. I like a diversity on my board.
You don't typically like that. It's me that likes that.
I do like diversity. I'm going to go with our first woman pick on the board. I'm going to go Joan of Arc. I mean, a heroine, right? Like a female warrior with a famous, was it the 100 Years War?
Also just the Bill and Ted reference? Is that the also?
Yeah, well, I forgot about that until a second ago. But yeah, I mean, Battle of Orleans or what? The 100 Years War. Yeah. And then obviously was burned at the stake later on, unfortunately. But still, you got it. There aren't many. I don't know if you have many women on your list.
Not a strong finish, unfortunately.
Yeah. I think that's probably the case with a lot of ours.
Yeah.
But.
Woo.
That's hard.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Jones? I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know the reference there. I'm missing. Does she have a dark?
Because he was burned at the stake. Maybe I don't know.
Oh, okay. Oh, here we go. Rushmore's on my face. Yeah, I like it. I like Rushmore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can even it out.
Yeah, you gotta go. I mean, if you're good enough to make Bill and Ted's, you're good enough to make our draft board, right?
Sure. Right.
Except like Lincoln. Lincoln can't be on the draft board. Lincoln was in there, wasn't he? He was on there.
Socrates. Yeah.
Billy the Kid, Lincoln.
Yeah, all these guys too that we can't take. I always a lot more. I mean, people are known after. It's like from about this 1700s on. It's like or 1800s on.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, Wild Stallions. Yeah, she's a member of Wild Stallions. You can't not pick Joan of Arc.
Oh. Uh-oh. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can't see it, which is actually a bit of an improvement.
Thanks.
Let me do this. I'll remove you and add you. Huh.
I don't know what happened there.
There we go.
If it might go off again, who knows?
I will play it by ear. Let's hit this.
Find of the week.
We might have it might come in just in case AI line. Do not put fat line up there though.
Oh, I don't know how to do it. Oh, I'm gonna work on that.
In case of I'll get one up for you too.
All right, so I have 2 quick finds of the week. This one I bought bought like a month ago, but I bought a box of WWF WrestleMania cards. We opened some of the channel, been selling them on Whatnot on my Monday night shows with American Arbitrage and picking and punching cards. But the box was really rough. So I gave it to a buddy out at my antique market, and he like filled it, put a rigid filler in there, and shrunk wrapped it.
Shrank wrapped it.
Yeah, I knew I messed it up purposely, but I have that. It's still a rough shape, but still a cool display box.
Yeah.
So that's the first one, and this one's pretty cool. And you're not gonna be able to see this well because it's big, but I'll show this on the. I'll hold it here a second, but let me.
Is that Joan of Arc?
It does look like Joan of Arc. Let me pull it up this way. So it's a framed like lithograph, 1910 or so, of a woman fencer.
Interesting. Okay.
And the bottom it says "rest." I don't know why it says that, but it has some cool like raised fencing swords, or they're not called swords, are they? What, a foil? Is that a foil?
Yeah.
In the heart. So these, I've had one of these before. They make these in different sports. I've had a billiards one, but they sell pretty well. So I bought that at my flea market 2 weeks ago, which contemplating going tomorrow. It's going to be in the teens, windy. Is it worth going to an outdoor flea market in the teens in the wind?
That's where you find the good deals.
I don't know. I don't know if there'll be any dealers there. We'll see. I'm still tempted. We're going to play it by ear in the morning.
Yeah.
So, but those are my two finds. That was I paid $100 for that piece. I think it's like a $300 piece.
Yeah.
So, yep.
All right. Not bad.
All right.
I will have one coming on the way that I can show off in a week or two, but
Okay. Cool.
It's on its way. All right. What do you got?
Is it me or you?
It's you.
Uh-oh. Okay.
You're on the wraparound. Yeah, we're getting hit by snow. I think you got hit by a little bit. I got hit by probably like 5 or 6, maybe like 7 inches of snow.
I had like 3 or 4.
It's been freezing ever since, so it's none of it's gone away. So, and we're supposed to get more on Saturday too, I think.
Yeah, it's bitter. I mean, it was bitter today.
I have a lot on my list that I'm not going to get to, obviously. So we'll have a pretty extensive, I think, list of honorable mentions coming up after this.
Yep. All right, let me double check one thing here. I'm gonna make sure my time frame.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
It's wonderful, BD, when you're not the one that has to shovel.
Ooh, okay. Just all right. Just in the nick of time here for this gentleman, or not really a gentleman.
What?
I'm gonna go with. I'm sorry. I'm doing my research. I'm making sure I didn't skirt the time frame for us. He's right on the edge. He's right on the cusp, like my previous pick. A very dark character. But I mean, a lot of your characters in here are pretty dark as well. I mean, Genghis was not a. You had said that Alexander the Great was, he was a kind conqueror. They sort of alluded to that. But you wouldn't say the same for Genghis Khan, right? He was.
No, he was an asshole.
Yeah.
Well, that's why everybody's related to him, unfortunately.
Yeah. So he was a raper and a pillager. This guy was just straight up pretty evil. This guy's pretty bad. I'm going Vlad the Impaler.
Oh, you
Vlad
love Vlad.
I love Vlad. Definitely in the late 1400s, but pre-Columbus. Is born pre-Columbus. It's
so crazy. It doesn't make me think like the discovery of America. I can't equate to somebody to like that stage. It's just weird for me. But
yeah. It does. He seems like it's a much darker time, a previous time in history than like when the world was starting to expand. But and obviously gave rise to one of the greatest horror characters in history.
It's true.
And,
it's true.
And I wrote my high school senior English paper on Vlad the Impaler, about tying it in with Dracula. And Andy, I actually, for some reason, I found my high school report card in my drawer at work. I have no idea why I have it there. I still got a C in that class. And despite our extra credit video, which I will put out next week on the podcast.
Okay.
I'm going to put that up. That me and Andy's video we made in 1994. So there we have it.
Ooh.
So
we got two differing opinions here. Rushmore comes in. Vladdy is a Hall of Fame pick. Oh, Vlad Guerrero, maybe he's.
No, he's gone. He's gone straight up Vlad the Impaler. He's
Mookie says Count Chocula is greater than Vlad. I don't.
He's all a
I don't think Vlad had a nice serial name, did he?
Well, that is him. That
That's
is him in
named
a
that sort of,
cartoonish form. All right, so that's what do you got, Andy?
Okay. So I got 2 right coming back here for my final 2. So I don't really have to go anybody. I can just pick my best available. I'm going to go. I'm surprised he stuck around this far. I'm going to go with the one and only Julius Caesar, out of the Roman Empire. Kind of a badass. A2 Brute is all I have to say to that. How many Shakespearean plays are written after your guys? Probably not that many. I know not after Vlad. So
he was talking about Guerrero, actually.
Yeah,
I was
there
wrong.
we go. So Vlad, A2, yes, think A2.
It's good. I mean, he was definitely like the founder, the owner of the Roman Empire, right? I mean, he was like the first. He was the first Caesar, right? It was all. Let me take him on there for you.
I mean, you get Caesar. Oh, Mookie, Caesar's. I do love a Caesar salad, but so I love a good steakhouse Caesar salad, like the kind where it's like made with real egg and anchovy. Whoo, it's so good. It's probably not really Roman, but anyway, love a good Caesar salad. Love
I like
it.
a Greek salad.
Do maybe top salads. We might have to do top salads.
I mean, there are 10. I guess there are. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad because you can go outside the realm of our typical lettuce salad.
Yeah, there's plenty of salads. I like that.
Yeah, I like it.
Great idea, Mookie. I know that wasn't really.
It wasn't exactly his idea, but I like it.
This is what happens.
I do love a Caesar salad. I do love a Greek salad. Those are my go-to salads. But we'll save all that intrigue for the draft.
I tell you, there's one salad I hate, though. I know. One salad I hate. We can save it for the draft.
Yeah, save it because I'm intrigued. But I want to. Let's tease the audience with that.
Yeah, that's right. Come back for the salad draft.
Yeah.
See whose salad gets tossed. Oh, that doesn't sound right.
Whoa, come on now.
Okay, so do you have anything else, or we should just finish it out?
Yeah, I'm trying to think if I should tell this story about that.
What? I'm tossing salad?
Sort of.
Yeah, now you got to tell it. Of course. Is there anybody in chat that doesn't want to hear about when Keith tossed somebody's salad?
It's not really a tossed salad joke, but it's sort of. But I was at work this was like 15 years ago, and I was ordering lunch, and I was ordering a tossed salad on the menu.
Oh.
And this person who was nearby, a client, started laughing at me. And I'm like, and I said to them, like, you have a dirty mind, right? Like, why were you laughing at me? But she was only laughing at me because I was a man ordering a salad, not because of the dirty reference of that phrase. So I felt pretty bad about that.
Oh,
so
okay.
That's all. It's not that bad. No,
salads. Okay.
No, wasn't doing that.
Well,
all right. Disappointing story for you. I'm sorry to tell you.
A little bit of a letdown.
I didn't build it up. You built it up yourself.
All right.
So Andy, you don't have a strap, right?
No strap.
Okay. All right, so let's just roll right into the round.
That's great.
Yeah, that's not a great story.
No, that's perfect. Now keep the implier.
That is a nice play on words. And by the way, Black Sheep Society, I did find a Dan Marino pennant for you. So next time you're on one of my streams, I will show that to you.
I have an old one too in my.
Yeah, Andy has one too. We have different ones because I've seen
Mine's probably 87 or something. It's 80 early or late 80s.
Maybe you're right, Brandon. Maybe she was playing off. Yeah, you could be right.
Yeah. All right. All right. So there's a couple here at the end here. Right now we have a completely untapped civilization. Neither of us have picked out of yet. And there's one, it's not going to be the big name that everybody's, kind of clamoring for. It's going to be a guy named Ramses II from the Egyptian Empire. He was by far the most important and most powerful pharaoh of his time, like around there. So obviously you have King Tut, who is known, most of all, but he was actually a pretty weak pharaoh. Like he was not a very big king. He would die.
He was
young,
only he wasn't around long, right? It was just because they discovered his tomb.
just because they stayed intact.
Yeah.
He really did not have a lot of Ramses II is essentially a Egyptian badass. So really was I don't think he was the first to do the pyramids, but yeah, no, very strong leader in the Egyptian world. I love I'm fascinated by the King Tut stuff, all that. It's so interesting to me, and the fact that how much they found for him being such a kind of small leader.
Did you ever read? I'm not a big fan of this author. I'm totally blanking on the author right now. I had it in my head a second ago. The guy who writes like all the James Patterson.
Yeah.
James Patterson. I'm not a big James Patterson fan at all, but he wrote a pretty good book on Tut. And it was like it was going over two pathways in the storyline, both like going through Tut's life, but also like going through the person who would discover the tomb. Pretty well done.
Yeah.
Maybe you read it.
Was it a nonfiction or?
No, it's
kind of.
Maybe it's nonfiction, but told in like a fictional route. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like told in a storyline.
Yeah, I mean his stuff is like it's all the same, but yeah, I read a bunch of like
this is not like the rest of his stuff, but yeah,
okay.
you might like it.
Interesting. Anyway, there you go. That's my final pick. Ramses the second. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Right. I had that in there. Oop.
No, you don't get him.
Nah, I wasn't gonna take him actually, but it's all right. All right.
If you haven't heard about him, Ramses is worth looking up a little bit.
Where do I go? Couple spots here. All right. Well, we haven't tapped. I don't think we did. Let me just double check the list. Another thing we didn't tap to at all. We tapped into Greek civilization, right?
Sure.
Alexander the Great. Tapped into Roman civilization.
Yep. Egyptian. We've done some kind of Renaissance, I would say.
Yep. One thing we haven't tapped into is like the British Isles, like that area, which was a big part of. There's a lot of big leaders. I'm not taking this guy, but William the Conqueror, the first like big Norman king, right?
Okay.
I'm not taking him, but I'm gonna go with William Wallace.
Oh boy.
Great. I mean, obviously a great figure, and obviously made into modern lore with Braveheart. But I was over there 2 years ago, and I saw like where he was killed, executed. So it's a pretty cool figure that was like sort of fighting for like the first war of Scottish independence.
It's a big name. So, not super impactful, I would say, but big name. I would say that's fine.
I mean, he's trying to be impactful. It just died, before he could. But
yeah, Vikings would be cool too.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's true.
I don't think there's a lot of big names that people would know necessarily. Not that Ramses is probably as big either. But all right, you want to go through some?
Yeah, and before we say that, we didn't say the most impactful people.
I know.
Just to clarify, people
Okay.
voting.
I like my guys to be impactful. That's all I'm saying. Impacted.
So there we have the list. So we went. Andy's list is Alexander the Great, Aristotle, Genghis Khan, Julius Caesar, Ramses II. Pretty much chalk across the board. I went with.
Is it though? Oh, Jesus Christ is not chalk.
I maybe have one chalk, and the rest.
Leonardo da Vinci is pretty chalk.
No, that's not chalk.
And Vlad the Impaler is just a bad pick.
Vlad the Impaler, William Wallace.
I love Sam Darnold. He's one of my favorite Vikings there is.
Maybe last week you liked him. Yeah, I feel like the Vikings. A lot of them would be after. No, they went for a long period of time. But I mean, one was like Leif Erikson. Was he? He might have been post Columbus, or was close, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Let's see.
I'm surprised on how many of these people are not. Yeah, I mean,
he's well before actually.
1200s or something, right? Probably.
Like 1,000.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. I think we got interesting list. We'll see who likes what. You got some names like that run through kind of the. You got a lot of movie guys on there. That's what I'm trying to say.
Do I?
JC's got a movie. Vlad the Impaler's got a movie. William Wallace, they all got movies. I don't think any of my guys really do. I mean, Julius Caesar has a
Caesar
play.
certainly does. Oh, can I still hear you?
Nope. Oh, now I got the wrong camera. What the heck? You can hear me though, right?
Yeah. Can you just turn that to do a profile shot? That's good. That's better. That's good.
Good
leave it like that. Leave it like that.
No, we got it.
Yeah. Did you see that, Dan? Did you see the guy like razzing Jerry Jones?
There we go. That's good.
Oh, by the way, before you get it fixed out over there, and Dan, I took this video at the Eagles game 2 weeks ago. Let me play this real quick while Andy's fumbling over there. Just, I love that.
That's weird.
You're still working?
There we go.
That's good. Leave it like that because we're only on the honorary mentions anyway.
There we go.
All right, good.
All these have movies, yeah. Well,
did you see this, Andy?
Yeah,
it's pretty loud. Pretty loud in the stadium. Didn't really come through in the screen that well. All right. Yeah, I think I'm sure there's a Genghis Khan movie, and maybe Ramsey was in a movie. Caesar.
I don't know.
I don't know either, but
all right. So let's go through some. I gotta pull over my thing here. Let's go. Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
It's so annoying. I don't know why my thing does that. All right, I'm gonna go. We got a couple others on here. Cleopatra wasn't taken.
Yep.
That was on my list.
I would say the next one I would have taken was another plunderer and conqueror. I'll go Attila the Hun.
Yeah, Attila the Hun I had on there. I also had Hannibal. Attila was probably, I would have taken him over Hannibal. I did see somebody said this earlier, Confucius. Confucius is on my list.
He wasn't on mine. But in a similar vein, or maybe not similar at all, but Johannes Gutenberg. It impacted history a lot with the printing press.
Sure. Euclid, I had father of geometry. It's kind of important.
Yeah,
I don't know. I didn't pick him. That's why.
Yeah, that's all right.
Hammurabi.
Archimedes also did everything. He was a Da Vinci before Da Vinci.
Yeah, of course, Punani.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hippocrates. No.
This is quite the disturbing angle, actually. But
I know.
So they might be all mine because I had Archimedes, Gutenberg, Attila the Hun. The rest of them were picked. Do you have anyone else?
I had Hippocrates or
Hippocratic
Hippocratic Oath guy. Spartacus, which I think he's a real person too. I'm not. I made it seem like he was. So that's all I had. Yeah.
Who was is that the 300 or who were those people?
Those are Spartans. Yeah.
So
I don't know if he was. I don't know if Spartacus was part of that. Yeah, I don't know. There was a guy on there. The bad guy, I guess, is a well-known guy too. Spartan, yeah.
It looks like it was definitely a real person. It looks like.
I don't. He's not super. I mean, it's just kind of known from being a movie. I mean, he's a gladiator, really. I don't think he was and led a revolt, I think, but that was about it.
Who'd be the other guy? I mean, the guy with the hunchback, or the.
No, the guy that had all the decorations. Wasn't he's not? It's It was like a Babylonian guy or something. I can't remember. Xerxes, yeah.
Oh, the guy on the
in the 300.
elephants.
Yeah,
the elephant. Where they were from? Persia?
Yeah.
Are they Persians? Okay.
But Xerxes was a real person, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. I love that movie, but I felt like there was a little too much sci-fi action going on in there. Wasn't there the Persians had magic and stuff?
Kinda.
Yeah, Xerxes the Great is a Persian ruler.
Now you can see what's going on over my other.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
Oh, you have three card cases now?
Yeah.
Nice.
And a lot of cans of
yeah, what's going on over there?
I've been drinking a lot. All right. Well, there you go.
All right. So guys, next
Good
week, we're
timing.
next week. Yeah, why do you turn that way? Oh, you're looking at the chat.
It's a different thing. Yeah.
Next week, we're going to draft we're drafting fan violations. So my thought, we can go in different ways here. My thought was like, on my perspective, I'm doing violations of fans at games. Like doing things at games, that's a violation. Or violation of the fan code. However you want to take that. Doesn't have to be at the game, but a violation of fan code. Right?
Yeah. That sounds good. Yeah. Well,
It'll be
I'll
interesting.
figure something out. Yeah, I don't know. This could be good or bad. We'll see.
It's going to be good.
I don't
Definitely
know
gonna be good.
how many, what number 10 is going to be like, but we'll see. But,
Oh, I got a good list already. So yeah, that'll be next week on Friday night. As we said before, myself, Shane over at Soda City Rips, Andy over there, and then
hopefully with a different
Sean-
camera.
yeah, Sean at the Rolling Perspective Show. We're going to be doing a live rip and brew or hop and hits episode where we're doing a beer tasting and card ripping. We're all ripping something different. Andy has something sports. Probably the rest of us are non-sports. And there's no beer theme, right? I know
I
I
don't
messed
think
that
so.
up last
You
week.
don't want to mess it up this time.
Yeah, a free for all in the beer, right, Sean? Is that the what we settled upon?
I think that's good. Yeah.
I'm gonna double check to make sure Renee over at Storage Hunters didn't get back to me. He didn't. Left me unread. There we are. Uh
There's too many of me.
oh. Yeah. So
I don't know
yeah,
what's
so
going on. Yeah, I'm back.
let's remove that. So let's no beer pressure. All right, good. I like it. Beer pressure, peer pressure. Did you get that, Andy? You have no audio either, but that's okay. Anyway, guys, we'll see you next week, Wednesday night. Check out, we have our live on Friday night. We have shorts coming out every night on Rips and Brews, and I have a video coming out Saturday, 1:00. So we'll and I think Dan, I think somebody's chasing that this time, I believe. So tune in if you're free, Dan. Pop in on Friday night. And guys, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Peace. Out.